What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be doing today in the shop is trying to figure out all the oil leaks on this Evo 8 here. So yesterday we got the car all cleaned up for the most part. I jacked it up way up in the air, pressure washed the whole underside of it. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to diagnose and kind of trace exactly where the oil is coming from. I wish I had a lift to throw this thing up on. I know everyone says get a lift, Devin, get a lift, but I don't have a lift. So I'm going to jack this thing up as high as I can, throw jack stands under it, crawl up under there. I have like 4 cans of brake cleaner and carb cleaner. I'm just gonna clean everything up and try to diagnose and figure out exactly where this oil leak is coming from, because it is pretty gnarly on this car. I still want to get all of this right here cleaned up. Like I was saying, I'm gonna grab some brake cleaner and get all that cleaned up. There's so much of it I couldn't get off with the pressure washer. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up. The car's been sitting for a while and we have that much oil on the ground. At first it wasn't leaking at all, but I've been looking around and I cannot figure out where it's leaking from. So it looks like right now the easiest thing to do would be to drop the subframe. So the subframe is that black part right there that runs from over there to over there. It pretty much holds on the front suspension, holds the front of the car together. So I think if I drop the subframe down and out, it would be a lot easier to see exactly what is leaking and what is going on. I am going to go do some research online before I jump into that far of a repair. But if anyone has any ideas what could be leaking, I'm pretty sure it's the transfer case. The tranny is completely dry. Motor is a tiny bit wet on the bottom of the oil pan, but obviously that's way over there and not right there. So that makes me think it's the transfer case. I don't think I want to do this today. So if anyone has any suggestions as to what could be leaking, let me know in the comment section below. I know there's a ton of smart Evo 8, Evo 9, Evo 10 people on here. Before I do anything at all, I'm gonna run to town, grab a bunch of oil for this thing. So when I do figure out the issue, I can drain all the old oil out, put new oil in it, make sure all the levels are good, and make sure we got fresh oil in this thing. Let's go. That was fun. That was definitely a good pull. I'm getting so much better at shifting this car at high RPMs. Like right around 8K, I want to get to the next gear, get into the next gear. Before it was like 65-ish, I think, on a stock turbo. Sounds weird to say, but it shifts way differently at high RPMs. You gotta like bounce the rev limiter just like a tad bit, get into the next gear. It's really weird how it works, but I'm definitely getting it. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. This car is, honestly, it's like a perfect, I want to say it's perfect. It really is. It's like a perfect daily driver. I'm just sitting here cruising. I can talk on the camera because it's not insanely loud, even though I know that's not safe to talk and drive. But that's just my point. Like, it's quiet enough to be enjoyable, but at the same time, when you get on it, it just fucking goes. It's so fast. Damn, I love this car. I don't ever see myself getting rid of this thing. I'm really curious to see how this Evo 8 is going to be when it's all done. Like, all done, all built my way. Like, clean, reliable, making good power. It should be a lot of fun, honestly, with a lot of torque. It's gonna be such a fun street car. What's good, G?
No, I don't want to be on today's camera.
On today's camera?
Yeah.
It's the same as every other day's camera, though.
I know, but babe, my mouth is still like halfway numb.
Wait, why?
I got cavity filled.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Which side? This side?
Yeah, don't touch it.
I was gonna kiss it. I can punch it.
No.
Oh, okay. right, so here is the current scoop on the car. It's now the next day. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you remember that oil leak I was talking about that I thought was on the ground? So I came out here this morning at about 6 a.m. The oil leak was gone. So essentially what that means is it was just water on the ground when I was cleaning the underside of the car. And there's still no oil whatsoever on the ground. So that makes me think that it's not leaking. What I'm gonna do, get the car on the ground, get it all back together, go drive it, come back, clean the shop floor, park it in the shop for a solid hour, 2 hours, see if there's anything on the ground. Let's hope there's not, but if there is, oh well. I kind of am expecting an oil leak, but I'm hoping and praying that there's not an oil leak. Let's get this thing back together. From here, it's literally just a waiting game, waiting to see if this thing's gonna leak any oil on the floor. I'll update you guys in about an hour or so when I come back down and check it out. As you guys can hear though, that accessory belt, serpentine belt, whatever you want to call it, is insanely squeaky on this car now. I did check out a few of those pulleys. 2 of the pulleys are super loose and floppy, so I'm gonna do a new serpentine belt with all new pulleys as well. So be expecting a in-depth tutorial or guide on a Evo. I think 7, 8, and 9 should all be the same for the accessory belt change. So it's been about 2 hours. I came back down to the shop and there's no oil on the floor whatsoever, but I did get a little tip from someone that knows this car, and I'm completely confused and lost when it comes to this. So if anyone has any advice for me, please let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or something. So the car is a 2003 Evo 8. I think factory it's a non-ACD car. Someone is telling me it has an ACD transfer case in the car. So basically it's pumping all the transmission oil out of the car when you go drive it, which doesn't really make sense to me. So what I think I'm gonna do right now, call the shop that built the thing and try to figure out why exactly they have an ACD transfer case in the car. I don't know if there's some sort of reason behind it or what's going on. And if anyone has any advice for me, like I said, please let me know in the comment section below or shoot me a DM on Instagram, because I'm completely lost right now. I literally feel like this Evo is cursed. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it. That's why I don't really ever trust shops building a car. I'm not saying there's any shop's fault in particular, because I don't really know which shop did which work to this car. But man, this thing's like got some weird issues with it, ain't gonna lie. Like I said earlier, if anyone has any comments or suggestions as to what to do with this transfer case issue, please let me know in the comment section below, or please message me on Instagram. I'm new to this whole Evo 8 world, Evo 9 world, so I am kind of lost. I'm kind of in the dark here. I am gonna wrap up this video right here. Really hope you guys enjoy this one. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.